So of all the laptops I have, my Dell Alienware R13 OLED is the oldest model I have. I got this model actually refurbished in June of 2017, so it is quite old now. And people talk about longevity of mining in laptops. This laptop is ancient, and it mines 20 megahash, 20 to 21 megahash. It's averaging right now around 20.5. It goes up and down depending on what you're doing. With the core underclocked and memory overclocked, and it does that 24/7 without an issue on a refurbished laptop that I have now owned for several years. Thermals on this laptop are not the greatest. It sits usually right around 60 degrees Celsius. So I have this set basically for optimal heat flow. The power usage is quite high for an older laptop, mining 20 megahash. It's well like 120 watts. But since I've owned it for so long, I might as well keep it mining because it's not doing anything else. This used to be my main desktop replacement until I replaced it with my other Alienware laptop. Quite an amazing durable laptop. The only complaint I ever had about it was that you couldn't really calibrate the OLED very well. But outside of that, as far as something that hashes, the power consumption isn't great. It's cheap to me because I paid it off long ago, and it might as well just sit here mining at 20 megahash until it dies at this point. So this is a 1060 with a 6 gigabytes of RAM. And the performance probably could be a little bit better. You could probably push it a little harder and get 22 megahash out of it if you really kept it cool and kept the fans at absolute blast. But as far as keeping the stress lower and running it for a long term, I think this setting the memory only a couple megahertz faster, between 200 to 300 megahertz faster, and just letting it sit here and churn for weeks and weeks at a time without resetting is definitely the most stable way to go. And if you could find one of these cheap and power is cheap, it might be something you want to use for mining. It's still a great laptop for everything else, even with a 10 series card. It's decent, and it makes a decent little workstation as well. The build quality is excellent. Again, compared to any G series laptops, you cannot compare. This has a much better thermal performance, probably just because the whole chassis is thicker. The screen is great. The size is great. It's chunky, but it's well designed and durable. So that's my basic review for mining now of my older Alienware 13. If you have any questions or have one of these yourself, let me know.